Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is you're listening to this. On today's episode, episode 2. See, we've done 2 now, so this is the second one, making it episode 2. We have got Fumez. Fumez Music is his name on Instagram. He's a rapper, a producer, and arranger. He's been going now for 20 years. 20 years, can you believe it? And he hasn't actually gone completely crazy yet, I don't think. 20 years in music and not gone crazy. It's amazing. Hello, good afternoon to you. How are you today?
Not too bad. How are you doing?
I'm all right. It's quite cold up here, up in the Beetle room where I'm recording this. It's bloody cold, but I'm here.
Do you know what? We've actually had like -4 degree temperatures here in London. It's unreal.
Oh,
honestly.
That's not
good. And when I was out this morning,
go on.
Honestly, when I was out this morning, it felt like -7. I was like, no, I can't do this.
No, it's not nice, is it? It's like it was -2 here, I think, this morning, and then that's more than cold enough, I'm sure.
Oh yes,
that's more. It's getting stupid now, especially like we've got a little puppy and we've got horses and stuff. So doing it when it gets that cold is not as pleasurable.
Well, to be fair, we've actually had quite a mild October and November. You know, it's been considerably warm, considering the winter months. Even.
Yeah.
And I think we've been lucky in that respect, but we are paying for it now.
Yeah.
It's all catching up.
It's always like, I always find January and February is just a bit too cold.
Yeah.
It's worse.
2 months and it'll be spring.
Oh, yeah. We'll keep our fingers crossed for it. So, at least it should be fine. We'll keep our fingers crossed. It's like lockdown year. That was really warm. The whole year was warm, wasn't it? It was lovely.
I remember, obviously, lockdown happening, and there's a park literally just around the back of where I am, and the amount of people that were there, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is a lockdown,
Yeah.
And then old Bill turned up, and I was like, this is a lockdown, go home. And I'm like, whoa, glad I'm not there.
Oh God, you just watch it from out your window.
Just watching the crowd disperse, and everyone's like, but no, it was considerably warm for those months. And funny thing about lockdown, I was actually due to go on holiday the day after we first locked down.
Oh wow, that's bad timing.
24th of March, 2020. Due to go on holiday. Obviously, they announced the lockdown on the 23rd.
Yeah,
I don't believe this.
Oh, that's stupid, wasn't it? I went to a wedding party, an anniversary party, and it was the last thing we did. We came back from that, and people were saying about COVID. It was just like in the background. We came back, and that's when it all hell broke loose, So that was like the last thing.
It was all being talked about, and I was talking to my work colleagues at the time.
Yeah,
and I remember this. I think it was like on a Monday or something that they announced the lockdown, right? But literally on the Saturday or the Sunday, I was saying to my work colleagues, this COVID thing is quite deadly. What if everything closes down? We didn't have no clue that was going to happen, and I was debating on whether to go, and everyone's like, "No, come on, you've had a hard time, just go." See how it goes. In the end, I said to everyone, I proudly announced, I'm like, do you know what? I'm going on holiday. I don't care. I'm going to enjoy myself. Oh, how wrong I was.
And then that happened, when you were stuck indoors.
Yeah, pretty much. But I had a good time indoors, I guess. I don't do much anyway, I
didn't notice much difference, really. All I saw was less idiots on the road. That was about it.
Well, I was considered an essential worker due to my line of work. Like, I wasn't NHS and all that, but
so are we.
It was business as usual for me. So I'm like,
exactly.
Okay, like I'm going to work, but there's no one around. It was just the most bizarre feeling. And there was this one time I was actually in a different location.
Yeah.
and they announced, like the certain tiers for
Oh yeah, yeah,
certain areas. So I'm having a meal in a restaurant, like, or I say a restaurant. I was in Witherspoons having
yeah.
something to eat, and
That's
so
fine.
I come back to London, and bearing in mind it was like literally a 15-minute train ride or something.
Yeah.
Get off the train, and I look around, and I'm the only person just in the station concourse. I'm like, what?
Oh my god.
This is just so eerie.
Yeah.
Like, it's bizarre, absolutely bizarre. But you couldn't make it up,
No.
like 20 minutes or half hour before, I'm sitting there having a meal. Next thing, I'm in the middle of this zombie apocalypse type setting.
I think that one's better. Less people around, less things to annoy you. If all the shops were
Oh
open and
yes,
all the restaurants were right, and then no other people, that'd have been so much better, wouldn't it? No
yeah. I
queues.
mean, yeah. The one thing I do miss, taken away from that, is 24-hour supermarkets. They've never
Yeah,
returned to being
yeah,
24 hours. Now, I work late shifts, so I finish at 1:30 in the morning sometimes.
yeah,
Now, I've gone doing my shopping in Tesco at like 2, half 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning
yeah,
even. There'll only be a couple of people around, what I mean? There'll be
yeah,
aisles full of stuff that needs to be put away.
yeah.
The fact that I can't do that no more
Oh yeah, that's
is
a pain.
pretty annoying.
Yeah,
And I have to use my free time during the day, which I don't get much of, to
yeah,
go shopping and do your general adult bits.
yeah.
So,
It just gets in your
yeah,
way. Very
I do miss,
inconsiderate of them.
yes, I do miss having, like, not having 24-hour supermarkets.
Just yeah.
But
At least McDonald's is still 24 hours. Most of them. You've got
true,
that one never stops.
Maggie's
Right,
ain't too bad on occasion. Go on.
that's fine. Right. I have got a couple of questions for you. Otherwise, I will go off on another tangent somewhere. This could happen 100 times. So last night, I was doing a bit of research to make sure, I kind of didn't screw this up for you. And I was listening to the Sounds Like Us podcast that you
Oh,
were
yeah.
on in April. I think it was April last year. It still seems like this year
Possibly.
to me,
I
or
can't
something like
remember
that.
now. It was quite a while ago.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
in it, you said that you started music at 13 and then you quit for a bit when you were 17. Is what I believe.
Yes.
There was something like that. What was that? What made you quit? What was going on?
Well, I started I started in 2006, which is 20 years this year,
Yeah.
funnily enough. And I was always very technical. I was always behind the scenes. I
Yeah.
like doing the mixing side of things. I love technology and jumping on mixing desks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The guys that I was recording for, they just wanted me to be a part of the process. They wanted me to be sort of forefront and whatnot. So they'd write me little sections and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I loved working with people. Absolutely loved working with people. But
Mm.
as time got on, we were growing up. Things, we'd argue as teenagers do.
Yeah.
Um, we'd argue, we'd fight. We'd literally be in a recording session,
Yeah.
and a fight would break out during a take, and it's like, oh,
Yeah. Gets too
okay,
much.
yeah. So it's like, oh, I don't like this. And things just sort of fell apart. I think I stopped making music. I think it was at 2011.
Yeah.
I stopped for a short while.
Mm.
Tried to make a return in 2013. Recorded loads with a couple of people.
Yeah.
That all went down the pan. And it was because we'd done like quite a big advertising campaign for
Oh
what we
yeah.
was doing
Mm.
on Twitter at the time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I was sort of drumming up. This is obviously before the days of like Instagram and
Yeah.
stuff. Really, it's essentially. So we were sort of drumming up interest and whatnot. And then it was just radio silence.
Oh.
Radio silence. We all sort of fell apart again, and it was like, what do I
Yeah.
do with all this music? Like, I've got so much of it
Yeah.
that's half finished. I continued on with my sections, finishing off my tracks and all that. But in the end, the features that I was going to be on. I'd recorded
Yeah.
my sections, everything was all ready to go. So I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to finish them,
Yeah.
even if it's, I don't really do a great job. And I put them out in 2015,
Yeah.
um, just as a, here's what was in the vault at the time. Have it.
Mm.
One of my mates actually, Junk, he goes by, is his game attack.
Yeah.
But he sort of discovered this music. He didn't know I'd done all that. So when he heard it, he was like, "Can you still make music?"
Mm.
So I recorded one brand new track for this compilation. Essentially, it was
Oh
just
yeah.
tracks
Yeah.
that had been gathered up. And I went, "There you go. Yes, I can. Done." Put
Yeah.
put the project out, and it caused a bit of a backlash because some of the people that wanted to feature on it were like, "Oh, how dare you finish it without me?"
Ugh.
I'm like,
Yeah.
"Well, I've only been waiting 4 years for you to finish it."
That's the annoying bit with working with other
Yeah,
people.
yeah, 4 years. The thing is, I do like working with other people.
Yeah.
Like, that's I just love bouncing off people. So I planned on doing a because I thought this is too sort of half, if I can say it, half-assed.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah. 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 Yeah.
to become to be a farewell album type of thing. So I thought,
Yeah.
do you know what? I'm gonna do a farewell album in 2016.
Yeah.
Got as far as recording 5 songs for it, I think it was. I actually titled it The Final Chapter,
Hmm.
which, funny enough, was the title to my 2025 album. Um,
It's come back round.
completely, yeah, completely
Yeah.
unrelated, by the way. But a lot of things happened, and I just got to a point I was like, nah, I can't be bothered with this anymore.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was it. I went on hiatus, and I say hiatus. I just never expected to do it again.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
then when you
it was
came back, did you find that you enjoyed it more?
well,
Or about the same?
it it was a funny one coming back, right? So
Yeah.
someone spotted one of my LPs for sale. I think it
Yeah.
was on like eBay or something. It was bidding for, I think it was well over £100 at the time.
Oh wow. Yeah.
And someone was like, "What the hell? That's you." I'm like,
Mm.
"Yeah." And they're like, "How are you so sort of blasé about this?" I'm like, "Oh, do you not care?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "It's a collectible, isn't it? Like,
Mm.
technically, people are going to bid quite a lot for this particular album if they want
Yeah.
it." Um, and I was like, "Why did you stop?" So, so I was like, "I just, yeah, I can't be asked with it anymore. That's it. I'm
Yeah.
done." And Kalmar, it still is my producer, actually. Technically, me and him co collaborate on
Oh yeah. Yeah.
everything. But it was like, show me, some of the tracks on this album. So I showed him some. He picked one out. He was like, "I like this. Can I do a remix to it?"
Oh nice.
I was like, "Sure,
Yeah.
if you want to." So I sent him the original vocal take, and when you stripped everything back, you could hear just how muddy the vocals were and how poorly recorded it was at the
Yeah.
time.
Mm.
And I was quite good at masking things, but back then. But
Yeah.
he was like, "No, no, 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 this ain't gonna work at all.
Mm.
You're gonna have to re-record it." I'm like, "Really?"
Oh no.
you know, you're opening up something here, mate.
Yeah.
And so I've done it. Like, I done it, and I really enjoyed it. And I literally just randomly released it. I was like,
Yeah.
"Here you go. Here's a old track that's re-recorded and
Yeah.
redone from 13 years ago at that point."
Yeah.
And it was received very well,
Mm.
and then all of a sudden it was people from, the 2000 and I say 2007 because that's where I sort of started
Yeah.
getting established. But yeah, people from the 2007 to 2011 era started coming around, and I was
Mm.
like, "Wow, you're still doing this," like, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Well, I've only just made a return, but
Mm.
whatever." And then it was, "Are you going to do more? Are you going to do more?" And I was like, "Yeah, don't know."
Mm.
Well, yeah. And then I thought to myself, "Do you know what? I think it was Kalmar's idea, actually. Let's do the album. Let's
Yeah.
just remix the entire thing and re-record it." So I did, and it was pretty well received.
Yeah.
And I think it was more because people. were listening to it with the perspective of, you wrote all this when you was 15, 16, maybe even 17 years old,
Yeah, yeah.
and just how grounded and mature the songs were for a person of that age.
Mm. And that sort of
You
hit
know,
them.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's where I think that connected with them. And there was that wow kind of thing. This is
Yeah.
pretty good stuff. The fact that it's loosely based on a story. It was based on what I was experiencing at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Myself, it was based on what friends were experiencing at the
Mm.
time. Sorry, I've gone off on a tangent here.
No, no, I'm
Different.
enjoying it. Keep on going. Keep on going. It's really,
um,
it's
yeah,
great
so
stuff.
yeah, it was just all things that I was seeing around me, and what I was witnessing. I was unhappy at the time.
Yeah.
To an I was happy, but I wasn't. I
Yeah.
knew
Yeah.
things were going wrong with like within the friendship groups and all that
Mm.
stuff. I'm like, I'm just trying to power through it,
Yeah.
and crack on with it. But it was I was being very self-aware at the time, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and it was sort of making a decision. Do you really want to do all this stuff for the rest of
Yeah.
your life and mess around, or do you want to grow up eventually and
Yeah.
you know, grow up and do what grown-ups do, get a job and be boring.
Yeah. The
So
boring stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess I was sort of growing up with it, witnessing
Yeah.
that certain people I weren't getting on with, they weren't who they say they were, and
Yeah. Growing apart.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was an album about growing apart and distancing yourself.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it does loosely follow a story, which again, most all of my work does really, apart
Yeah.
from I think my first album, which was titled 2009,
Yeah.
um, was just a collection of nonsense, as I called it.
But are you proud? Are you proud of the nonsense? Are you happy with your nonsense? What you did?
For the most part.
Yeah.
I was happy at the time. I rushed it out. There was
Yeah.
no sort of mixing, no nothing involved. I was going through some of the stuff because obviously it's, as I said, 20 years of fumes
Yeah.
this year. I was going through some of the stuff with Dan Wicks from Music
Yeah.
Fishbowl,
Yeah.
and I was being pretty critical of it. And he was like, "This is actually pretty good."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hearing your voice back then as well, like my voice hadn't sort of developed properly, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I was sort of a little bit more high pitched than what I have now."
It's not
And he
dropped
was
so
like, "This
much.
is crazy." No, no. And he was like, "This is crazy hearing you from then, to
Yeah.
how you are now." He was like, "This, it's mad." Because half the albums, like back then, you you didn't really have Spotify.
Oh
Spotify won't
no.
think till like 2009. You had
Yeah.
MySpace Music.
Oh yeah. MySpace. I remember that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I loved MySpace. That's where all our music went. If,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you wanted to stream it, otherwise we would get burn CDs. Stick them out in all the shops, like little grime rap shops
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
independent record shops and whatnot. I stuck a load of albums in Rhythm and Division up
Oh
in the
no.
Roman Road
Yeah.
in Bow. And a lot of the Gram fans will know of that shop.
Yeah.
It's proper well known. But we stuck them in there. We stuck them in a shop called E14, which was
Mm.
another one in London that sort of specialised in Gram music. We stuck some in Croydon. Yeah, we'd just flood them.
Yeah.
Flood the shops and say like they're free. After a while, if they were getting picked up, they would start charging, and
Yeah.
we'd earn on them. And yeah,
But would
so
you say that was better to do it that way or
it,
Spotify? Which is more fulfilling, do you think?
it's easier now to get
Yeah.
out there, but it's harder to get recognized
Yeah.
because of how simple it is now
Mm.
for everyone to just put something online. Um,
Uh,
the art of the album essentially, and the art of the graft is gone.
yeah.
I find.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff on Spotify. Like it comes up, like I'm listening to whatever, like a Oasis album or something. It comes up oh, listen to this song, suggested one, and it's nothing
Yeah.
like Oasis. For some reason, they suggest something completely different, and then you're listening to it, and you think it's like just crap. Basically, it's like, how is this on here? You know?
It's like listening to Oasis, and then they're like, "Oh, listen to Engelbert Humperdinck sing
Yeah,
Release Me" after that.
yeah. It's just
You're like, "What? I don't want that."
I don't know why it does this. It says, oh, it's for algorithm. It's wrong. The algorithm is very, very wrong. It's like, you're watching that, like some sort of like a Beatle one or something, a Beatle podcast. Then it's like, oh, here's a song. And it's some sort of Korean 12-year-old singing about something. It's like, what? How's that connected?
Yeah, yeah. As with MySpace as well, you had your top fans.
Yeah.
You could have, I think, your top three, top five, or top 20. I had,
Oh, yeah.
but that was very essential being in the top row.
Oh, yeah,
But,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, or being that top friend. But
Yeah. You don't have anything like that
yeah,
now. No one cares, do they? Not as
no,
much.
no. But people cared about that. People
Yeah.
were looking at what you was, the other musicians that you'd follow,
Yeah.
and it just had a chain reaction. And people would like literally dive into they'd look at my music or whatever, and then they'll see one of the other guys I'd work with dive into his music, and then they'd see that he follows someone like Tinta Strada and
Yeah.
dive into Tinta Strada's music. This is before sort of Tinta Strada was like big time.
Yeah.
He was like just starting off on MySpace music and all that.
Mm.
And then from there they'd see the likes of N-Dubs even,
Oh yeah, wow, yeah.
N-Dubs would do the same sort of thing just on MySpace, and they got a name through the likes of Channel U, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
so it was much more. It was better back in the day. It
It's a
was
better
harder.
community. It's more of a community than it
Yeah,
is now.
yeah. It was harder back then,
Yeah,
but at the same time, it was more rewarding when someone was listening to your track,
yeah,
on their Sony Ericsson Walkman in the playground or whatever. You're like,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
me, that's me.
yeah. It's better. I think
Or you put your head down, put your hood up, and run away because you're embarrassed.
you don't. I don't like it. If I hear anyone playing my music, I can't listen to it. I can't listen to my music back. Once it's done, I'm done with it. I don't want to hear
Yeah,
it. I don't want to hear it.
I'm the same. I'm the same.
It's just it.
So
I don't like that. But when you started recording all those years ago, 20 years ago, how has the recording changed for you and what you do to now? What is the different techniques you've picked up? What's changed
it
in
hasn't
your opinion?
really. It's
Nothing's changed. It's exactly the same for you.
Yeah, pretty much. I
Yeah.
started using the likes of GarageBand and Logic at
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, the versions have improved a
Mm.
significant amount. But then I would start using, I think, Magic's Music Maker,
Oh yeah.
like for all my mixing and mastering.
Mm.
And I used a version from 2003.
Yeah.
So, at that point, that's 4 years old or whatever. But I used that right up until 2015.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
like to mix and master the
Yeah.
tracks. I was using stuff like Fruity Loops. I think it is Fruity Loops, isn't it?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
FL Studio.
Yeah.
But I was using version 4 or version 5,
Oh wow.
which again at that time was old, and it's not changed that much.
No.
It's relatively the same. Logic, don't get me wrong, I'll look at it now and I'm like, whoa, okay,
Yeah.
that's a bit too much for me. I'll use it for the things that I knew what to do back then.
Yeah.
I'll use them tools.
Yeah.
There's new tools that I'll just look
Not
at.
going to touch.
I'm too old for this.
Yeah.
This is bizarre. I used to record onto tape, onto mini disc back
Oh
then.
yeah. Yeah.
I've actually got a couple of old mini discs that we recorded onto still, but you don't use them anymore. No one
No.
does, apart from on occasion. But yeah, I would record onto tape. So a lot of my sound back then, especially, had a sort of lo-fi sound to it and
Oh yeah. Yeah.
whatnot. But even now, I will still mix and master using tape. Like
Yeah.
I've done that with the final chapter. The whole
Yeah.
album was mastered on reels, and you can actually hear a couple of
Sounds
errors
better.
where yeah,
Yeah.
but you can actually hear a couple of errors where I didn't get the splice correct or
Oh
whatever,
yeah.
you know, and I'm like, oh, but I hadn't done it for years at that point, and it was like I'll experiment on myself, you know. If it's my
Yeah.
project and I fuck up a little bit, it doesn't matter.
No one's
It's not
going to
some
tell
I'm
you off
not
about it.
messing. Yeah, I'm not messing up someone else's project. So
Yeah.
it was good, you know. It was good to get back into it again by, you know, getting back into mastering with open reel tape and all that, you know.
Yeah. On your own stuff, so you haven't got anybody else's like, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Just
Yeah, yeah. It was a learning curve, you know. Again,
Yeah.
or not a learning curve, just re-teaching myself.
Yeah. And is
Um,
everything you've done, all the recording, or the mastering, or the mixing, is everything self-taught, or have you had some sort of
Pretty
lessons or
much.
classes?
Well, I I was taught using like how to operate the real like the tape machine back when I was young.
Yeah.
Um, from a family member, like my granddad
Oh yeah.
used to. He was big on music. He'd have all the tech. He'd have the top of the range
Yeah.
stuff, you know, and he guided me well. You know, he taught me very well.
Yeah.
So I've got him to thank for that. But yeah, it's mainly self-taught. Like when the first ever thing I made, again in 2006,
Yeah.
it was an outsider project that was going on for the community, basically, like when I
Hmm.
was in school. And they was interviewing kids at the time because growing up around the area was quite rough,
Yeah.
I must say. Uh, probably rough is an understatement. You know what I
I'll take
mean?
your word for it.
So they was interviewing us at the time,
Yeah.
and they slapped a Mac Power PC in front of me, and I was like, "Make music."
Oh.
Now I'm like, uh, "Okay,
Yeah.
what I do here?" And I used a mix of Apple loops and then like the MIDI instruments that were available at the time, which was
Yeah.
barely any,
Yeah.
to create something. And they were really impressed. You know,
Mm.
it was like, just okay, can you make more? Yeah, sure. Like, okay. And they noticed I had a good ear for it,
Yeah.
basically. And they sort of encouraged me to just build on that,
That's
you
good.
know. And we actually recorded using one of my backing tracks. We recorded a track in, I want to say 2000. It was 2006.
Yeah.
Um, or the tail end of 2005, maybe.
Mm.
But it didn't come to fruition until
Yeah.
2006, you know. So, you know,
And do you
I
still have a
say
copy of that? Have you saved it
I
for?
do,
You do.
yes. I have, I have the beat and I have the vocal, and I listened to it the other day, and I cringed like mad,
Did you?
and I'm adamant, yeah, I'm adamant it won't come out that one.
So
You know,
no one's ever
that's
going to hear it. It's just going to be for yourself.
it was heard. It was put out
Yeah.
as part of this radio broadcast back in, as I say, 2006.
Yeah.
And it was put out on CD as well and distributed to the community and this and that
Yeah.
as a project. But also rights because it was owned by us, you know, this particular like
Oh yeah.
outside the company. That's where it's a bit of a grey area. Yes, I've got the composition,
Mm.
but the actual, you know, because other people appear on this track,
Yeah.
it's, you know, it's a bit of a grey area.
Ugh.
So I could probably release a little clip, but that's about it.
Yeah. If you're going to release it, you want to release the whole stuff, don't you? Without having
Yeah,
it all the
exactly.
hassle of everyone else telling you what. Don't want to put that out. Give us some money.
Exactly.
It will sit in there.
See,
Give us some
that's
money.
that's another problem with a lot of mob music as well, because we would license beats back in the day, like
Yeah.
instrumentals, and you know, licensing back then never covered streaming.
Yeah.
So it was you've got a license for physical media for a set amount of copies and that's it.
Yeah. And then you're
So
stuck. Then you're
yeah,
stuck.
yeah. So again, a lot of them licensing agreements expired a long time ago.
Yeah.
So it's like, what can I touch? What can I touch? I can't touch that track. That's got to come off, you know.
Oh yeah.
Because I was thinking about reissuing one that like I think my 2009 album,
Yeah.
but then it's like, okay, I can't use this. I can't use that. Maybe if I put it as a free download on Bandcamp, now we've got the ELR
Yeah.
Bandcamp on the go, or you know, doing a best of the
Yeah.
lo-fi era, or I don't know.
You
It
got to
might
think
see the
about
light of
it.
days.
Got to work it all out. So you don't get sued by anyone.
Brainstorm. Exactly. Even if it's a free download, I won't get sued, because I'm
Yeah.
not earning anything from it. So I guess there are loopholes to getting some of it
Yeah.
out.
That's good. It must be some way. There's got to be
Yeah,
ways.
we'll find a
Right.
way.
I've been told there's 10 minutes left on this recording, so I will keep on pressing on with these questions for you. So
Go on, mate.
my band, the New Serpents, there we go. I'm putting it out there for anybody listening to this. And we have signed with your record distribution label company, however you want to label it. um, how
Right.
did that start? Why did you start it? Everything. Come on, give us it.
No, that it was like a spin-off, I guess. So one of my mates was operating his own sort of label, so to speak, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that is so cool, but it had his name in it.
Oh
And I
yeah.
was like, oh, that's funny releasing a Fumez LP under the name Ricky or something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so ELR become a sort of spin off
Yeah.
in 2007, just for myself, for the people around me at the time, the
Mm-hmm.
group that I was working with. And that was just our label. It was just
Yeah.
easier to unite everything,
Yeah.
so to speak, and just release it. And
Mhm.
we actually used the catalog numbers originally from this previous label, which was called Rick's Mix.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So my first album does have a Rick's Mix catalog number, um, and I think he sort of dissolved it in, I think 2009, something like
Yeah.
that. So then we come up with the ELR CD
Mm.
000 whatever catalog number.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's sorry about that.
That's right.
So yeah, that's how the catalog numbers come about. That's how ELR come about, and it was
Yeah.
just an outlet for us. And it's always been a dream to see other people on the label.
Mm.
Like
See it
how it
grow.
was back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, coming back to 2023, when I re-released phase two, I released it on the label. That it had always been on, and I was like, is this just going to be an outlet for myself, or am I going to grow it? And it was
Yeah.
Evolution, funnily enough, that was like, oh, I'd love to be on the label. I'd
Mm.
love to be signed. I went,
Yeah.
well, come on under my umbrella then.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, that's a great idea. Let's see if we can get others involved. And that was it. We just run with the idea, and it's exploded.
Yeah. How many
So
people is it now under it, all involved?
it's over. It's over 30 now. We've
Wow.
got 30 odd artists on the roster, which is absolutely amazing. We started by getting in a couple of, like, obviously we had me, we had Evolution, Dan Wicks,
Yeah.
Music Fishbowl, who else was on it? Jesse Enchanted at the time,
Mm-hmm.
people that were sort of close.
Yeah.
And then we started branching out, asking others if they wanted to be on it.
Mm-hmm.
And people were skeptical, don't get me wrong. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, you sure you're not one of those, yo, dog, your music's fire kind of people?
Yeah.
I'm like, I can assure you no.
Yeah.
But, the more we've grown, the more people come to us now, like I think we had on, like, some of the earlier artists were like Rebecca Knight, Linny Williams, and all that. And
Yeah.
they've got their following, like a respective following themselves, and then their followers have come to us, and I've approached a couple of people that I like, such as yourselves.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, hey, come over. It'd be nice to have a new Serpent LP, sorry, that I could spin on my turntable.
Yeah.
And now I can.
It's
And I love it.
fair. I was like, when you first wrote, I thought, is he serious? Does he really want, our music on a vinyl? And then I thought, our music on vinyl, don't care about anything else. There you go, get it on there. So
No, I love it. I love it,
I was,
honestly. It's great to have.
yeah, it's like that's what I'm still saving up to get one. I have to get one at some point though. And just to frame it, I'm going to frame it. Doesn't even matter about listening to it because I probably wouldn't listen to it back, but it's framed then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That is the. I have
That.
got time for one more question. I'm gonna
Good.
I'm gonna put to you this one. In one of the podcasts that I was listening to with you on it, you said that the '60s music and Beatle music was a big influence. How is that going to influence
Yes.
rapping? How does that influence that for you? How do you put it all together?
This is a really hard one to answer because my music sounds nothing like obviously my influences, but
Yeah.
I guess the concept, Sergeant Pepper was a concept. That's a big influence.
Yeah.
The sound of the Electric Light Orchestra, that's a massive influence. I use strings in everything.
Yeah.
The Divine Comedy, same. They use
Yeah.
like orchestral arrangements, big influence. That's just what I listen to. The Beatles influenced me to make music.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make music. I'm no good at playing instruments, so what's the next best thing? Slam at a keyboard and just do my best, the Streets impression that I can.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike Skinner, but the Streets were, influencing that style. So again, Strad was a massive influence for me because of what he was doing, and he actually lived around the area where I was growing up.
So he was a local.
Yes.
Yeah. That must have been good.
So,
must have been good to have someone local who was like making it big.
Yeah, yeah. Well, quite a lot of you had Wiley, Dizzy Rascal, all of them were sort of making it big, and it was a case of everyone in school wanted to be a rapper. No one was interested in the Beatles and all that stuff.
Oh no.
I was a bit of an outcast in that.
Yeah.
I know. I was an outcast in that respect, So it was a case. It was a case of, all right, let's just sort of go with what everyone else wants to do.
Yeah.
And it stuck with me. I can't imagine me, doing a little whimsical ditty about being 64 on a guitar.
No.
I don't think it will suit my style,
No.
but
it's still in there.
I will cite them all the time.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I am quite a fan. So
yeah, you can just take a little bit from here and there and put it into your own stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
Be a magpie. Be a music magpie.
Saying that, Revolver is my favorite album of all time.
Oh, it is good, isn't it? Isn't it lovely?
Yeah, it's my favorite album.
Yeah, not a rap one. It's a Beatles. Beatles number one. Right. Well, thanks for being on here. But I do want to say one more thing because I want to get this in before we finish. Where can people find you? Where are they listening to your music? Where are they following you?
At @fumez_music on all platforms except Facebook, because I don't do Facebook.
No. Good
I'm
for
on,
you.
yeah, I'm on TikTok. I think, I am on TikTok. I don't deal with that either.
No.
Instagram, I'm always on,
Yeah.
You can get us at East Under Recordings as well. You find me on Spotify, Fumes. You'll find my music on the East Under Recordings Bandcamp too. And you can also find a ton of other projects from other people, as well as potentially the new Serpents, which we will discuss about after.
Lovely. Thank you for being on. You are the first person we've done on here, so this will be out very soon.
Jay, it's been a pleasure, honestly.
It has been. It's been very good. And enjoy your evening. Just try and stay warm. I'm going to go off and warm up now.
Take care, mate. Thank you for having me on.